Hi, my name is Ron Shear, and I'm here to talk a little bit about the spinal cord stimulator trial that I went through a couple weeks ago. Um, it was life-changing for me. I have been suffering with back pain since 2008. That's a very long time. I've had an L4, L5 fusion to help with the herniated disc that I had, and now I have several other herniated discs suffering from what they call the domino effect. I also have some bone spurs, and they can't really operate on them because there's not enough disc space for it to be effective. So my surgeon, after going through several trials of epidural shots and physical therapy and using the TENS unit, suggested that I try the spinal cord stimulator. He uses the Boston Scientific stimulator, and for me, it was an answer to prayer. It was a dream come true. I had it done on September 19th, and on that first day, I was very, very achy. Second day was a little bit better, but still kind of achy. But all of the pain that I was experiencing was only from the procedure itself. Um, from the moment that the tech turned on the device, I didn't have the chronic pain that I was going through. Matter of fact, I would say 95% of the pain that I had been going through all those years was gone. Now, it is by no means a cure for the back situation. It doesn't fix any discs. It doesn't magically get rid of any of the bone spurs or anything like that. But it is an amazing band-aid. I absolutely love the fact that the pain that was in my legs that I used to have, it works very well on sciatic symptoms, sciatic pain. I also have a lot of arthritis in right where the hip and the spinal cord they meet. So it helped with a lot of the radiating pain that goes down into my legs. I'm hoping that with the permanent, eventually I will be able to get some of the feelings back in my legs, because right now there's quite a bit of numbness that's in my leg. But the pain would start in the center of my back and kind of just radiate down all the way up to my toes some days. I was unable to stand up straight for a long time. A lot of days, mornings especially, couldn't stand up straight at all. So with that on, I was standing up straight. I was walking. There was a little pep in my step. Really enjoyed it. There's a few things that if you go through this, I suggest that you get ahead of time. Make sure that go through your house and you get everything put at a waist level, because you can't do the BLTs, is what they call it. It's a bend, lift, or twist. So what I did, I went out and I got me a little reacher, and I was able to grab things that were on the floor or a little higher. I did my best to keep cups down on the counter and plates and things like that, and did my best to tell myself before I did an action, no bending, no lifting, no twisting, to help keep me. I did bend one time. I forgot, and I paid the price for that. You feel it. I mean, if you go too far, you get a remote control. It's a device that hangs outside of your body, and you're able to change the programs. I tend to like the slow and steady one. You can increase the intensity or decrease it. You turn it off if you're driving in a car, if you're going through high electrical places, if you're going in a store, you go through the anti-theft devices. It's best to turn it off because you can get power surges, or it can turn off altogether. So those kind of rules are what you're life-changing, you have to get used to. But those are things that I'm willing to get used to because that pain was gone. It stayed in me for about 4 days, and then my doctor took it back out. He felt that we had enough information to know that this is something very valuable for me. If you want to get your hair washed during that time, I suggest you go to a beauty salon and let them pamper you. Because of the no bending, lifting, or twisting, you can't get it wet at all, so taking a shower is out of the question. Even after the device is removed, you still can't take a bath for 2 weeks, and you can't take a shower for about 4 days. Just to make sure that because you have an open wound, and there's nothing can get in there, some pathogens or something, to cause infections within the epidural space. This is very serious what they're dealing with, and you can't take it lightly. When it comes to getting the permanent one in, which I'm getting done in about 2 weeks now, my doctor chose to wait a month, which I'm glad he did, and ensured that there was no infection. That is the biggest thing that can go wrong with this type of procedure. Now, you also have the risk of them hitting the wrong stuff, but you have the same thing that happens with the epidural shots. So if you receive those, then your risks are about the same with the procedure itself. I'm going to be down a lot longer than with the trial because they do have to implant the leads, and we have to wait for scar tissue to build so that they don't move, as well as they have to implant the transmitter. And that's going to be kind of interesting to see where they put it. I'm going to make a video and show you all that fun stuff when they when it happens. I'm going to do my best to make sure I keep a step-by-step vlog of what happens with the permanent. I'm really excited about it, and hopefully this will be able to help you in your decision making to follow the same path. It is not for everybody. I'm happen to be one who doesn't mind being a bionic woman, so to speak, but there are some people who really can't deal with having the foreign object inside of their body, and it's best if you're being honest with yourself concerning that. You only get one shot. Insurance is not going to keep paying for this to be done over and over again, so you want to make sure that you follow the rules and you follow them very carefully. I was walking around, like I said, on a cloud. It felt so wonderful that after all of these years of waking up in pain, going to sleep in pain, being awakened in the middle of the night in pain, not being able to do so many activities that so many people take for granted, just being able to play with my grandchildren, playing basketball with my niece, and things like that, I was not able to do anymore. And playing with my sons, shooting pool, something that simple will cause my back to ache. Being able to look forward and do that again with them just got me so excited. I can't wait to do it. Find yourself a good surgeon who's going to be honest with you. I went through a lot of years of searching and enduring and some denial. I was on so many opiates, between fentanyl and Valium and oxycodone and Vicaprofen, because I ended up blowing out my liver with the Tylenol products. So I can't take Tylenol products anymore. And it was just to the place where the doctor was like, hey, you got to come up with, we got to do something else, because you can't stay on these opiates. It's not a good idea. It's bad for your liver. It's bad for your whole mindset. So this is an opportunity for me to hopefully get off of them altogether, and if not get off altogether, but definitely do a major cutback and help my liver live a little longer and regain some fun times in my life. If you are having the localized pain where it's just in your back, I think I talked about it earlier, it's not really good for that. It doesn't do, the odds of it being able to work for you for that is not very well. But if you do suffer from the sciatic pain, this is a very viable source of relief for you. Please comment below. Let me know if you've had it done before, or if you have any questions that I may not have covered in this video. I'd be happy to answer as many as I can. I live in the Michigan area, so my surgeon is Dr. Lewis Radin. And as I said, when it comes to hairdresser and getting your hair done, my hairdresser is at Penthouse Hair Salon, where Ashanti Kegler, she's my guru when it comes to the hair. She took care of me to make sure that all was well, so I didn't hurt myself while I was getting it done. Make sure you let your salon caregiver know that what is going on with you, so that they will be able to make the necessary precautions for you not to hurt yourself while you're doing this, or pull the leads out, because essentially it's basically like a straw that's in your back that moves when you move, And if you have the leads move too much, then they don't work the way they need to work. So behave. Do your research. Find out whether or not it's the best fit for you. As I said, for me, it was an answer to prayer. I hope that if this is a journey for you, it works for you. And I'll be back in a couple of weeks to keep you posted step by step of what happens in my permanent implant journey. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for tuning in. Share it, like my page, subscribe. There's more to come. See you later.